It's an iconic piece of Minneapolis history that is a bridge to another era.
The Stone Arch Bridge is a reminder of the city's industrial development and helped a Minnesota legend connect the continent.
In tonight's Maury Stories, Maury Glover shows us why the bridge went from rails to trails.
It's kind of famous as an icon of the city.
Above the rushing waters of the mighty Mississippi,
It has, it's a great color, and it also is a gentler appearance than you would guess how heavy it is.
a testament to engineering and ingenuity, stands tall.
And then this curve in the back makes it really special.
With its gleaming arches and golden hue, the Stone Arch Bridge has become a symbol of the city it calls home.
It's a really great monument to the past railway history, which is interesting.
But mixed in with all the rock and mortar, there's a hidden history with more stories than there are stones on the beloved landmark.
There's no reason for anything to be here except for the waterfall and the railway. So the origin story of the city is on this bridge.
In the late 1800s, Minneapolis was a roaring boomtown where the population had more than doubled in less than a decade. The city hired railroad baron James J. Hill to build a giant train station to integrate what was then a mess of railway lines into one place.
It was bad for flour and lumber shipping. It was worse for passengers. So they wanted to make the city's economic growth better by building a railway station. To get there, they had to get across the river.
At first, Hill wanted to build an iron bridge directly over nearby St. Anthony Falls, but his lead engineer told him that would destroy the falls. So they started construction just to the south in 1882, with 600 people working around the clock and 5 trains a day carrying limestone, granite, and marble, quarried in Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin.
The idea behind the stone is that it could hold a lot of weight. And then I think, James J. Hill, his ego was in it too. So it's a big bridge. It is very much so a testament to his power, to his wealth, and to his capability. Like, no one was denying James J. Hill and what he could do when this bridge was constructed.
When the project was finished 22 months later, it was considered a modern marvel, with its 23 stone arches, S-shaped structure, and 6-degree curve at the end, creating a smooth and scenic path into the heart of Minneapolis. At its peak, nearly 100 trains a day crossed the bridge, carrying passengers to and from St. Paul and eventually Seattle, and helped Hill expand his empire and conquer the West.
It was considered a folly at the time. People didn't really think that it was a great idea. Big construction, very expensive, but I think the time has told a different tale.
The Stone Arch remained a railroad bridge until the late 1970s, when it was abandoned as the public began to use the interstate highway system for travel and commerce instead. It sat unused until the 90s, when it was refurbished as a pedestrian and bike bridge with a new deck and decorative railings.
In the 90s, there's this idea of rails to trails, where abandoned rail lines would become part of trail systems. Here's this really great resource in the middle of Minneapolis that is no longer being used as an actual rail line. So what can we do with it? Turning it into a pedestrian bridge, a trail system, made a lot of sense.
Over the years, 2 arches were replaced by a steel truss for the lock and dam, and 2 others are now supported by concrete because of a flood. But more work needs to be done, so the bridge is closed to help preserve it for the future.
I think it is one of the most important and interesting bridges in the state. I think it tells this amazing story of one man's, rise to power and fortune. It tells a story of, the transportation use over time, railroad to trail. I think it also is one of those things that if it weren't there, there would be this big loss within the community.
The Stone Arch is the only bridge of its kind on the Mississippi and the second oldest bridge on the river. It is also on the National Register of Historic Places and holds a special place in Minnesota's heart.
There are other bridges that have more technical complexity to them, but there's only one Stone Arch.
For Maury Stories, Maury Glover, Fox 9.
And the work has begun.
Yeah, and it's hard to explain. It does feel like such a special place.
It's just
when you're on
gorgeous.
that bridge, yeah. And so thank goodness it's still here and turned into a pedestrian bridge. And so many pictures are taken on that bridge every year.
I remember when they converted it into the pedestrian bridge. That was also a pretty big project, but really a lot of support behind that.
Well, such a piece of the city.